Word500 is a game we play in our lives quite often, and for some people, they really love it. For a lot of other people, they really hate it. It is a very difficult game. So let's go ahead and get started with this how-to tutorial and teach you how to play it. Hopefully, I'll do well. Again, it is tough for even me, but let's see if we can maybe get some helpful tips in there and solve this in, hopefully, before we get to the end there. All right, let's get started. So we always start with audio, and to see how many, that is incredible. So normally we start with audio, and then we would go with a do. And the reason is you're taking out the O and putting in the E, and it gives you a little bit of hints there. But the fact that it's not in there, well, we just basically need to have something with an E in there or EY, because it can't be any of the other vowels in there. Interesting. All right, now we have to figure out where to go from here. That really threw me off from my helpful trick. So again, audio and then a do, and hopefully with the information you're getting, you can go from there. But let's figure out something with just an E in it. In this case, I thought about going with penny, but I'm playing in standard mode. Now in standard mode, there's no repeat letters and there's no J, Q, X, or Z. Standard plus, there's just no repeat letters, and then in advanced, anything goes, meaning you could have some double letters. So in this case, it can't be penny, so we'll have to go with another guess. We're going to go with spec, so those are all new letters, and we'll see what we get out of that. All right, so we got 3 greens and 2 reds. So 3 of these are going to be green, and we can click these buttons here to move them what they are, but we don't know what they are. We don't know which one's green. I'm going to take a stab that it's probably that one that's green, and we don't know on the rest of those. But when you think you know, you can go ahead and mark those off. The thing is you have to be careful, and if I thought it was the S, and now I'm guessing only S words with an E in the 3rd position, it might not be that. So you have to get a little bit more data. Right now, we don't really have any other vowels, so it's probably that. I mean, it could be a Y, but I doubt it. So we'll go with the E, and on our next guess, we'll want to have 2 of these letters in here, whether it's the CK or the SP or a combination of those. We want to have those in there. Otherwise, it won't work. So let's see if we can get our 3rd guess and maybe narrow down what the right letters are going to be. So next guess, we could do spent and see where that gets us. That got us with just 1. So we're going to go with the E was green, and then probably the C and the K. So that's how we get that information. We can go ahead and mark all these red. And that's a little bit how we're playing this. So we've only got one there, and we want to figure out something that is just like that. So let's go ahead and see if we can figure out what it is. I'm going to go with rec for our 4th guess here and see if it's rec. It's not. Okay, but we got this again. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. These are all, again, new letters, so we know those are going to be that. And again, we're just solving for that first part there. And the only thing I'm seeing is fleck, which is a weird word, but let's see if it's fleck. That's it. All right, so we got it. Splendid. We got it in our 5th guess. We still had 3 more guesses to go, and that's essentially how you play Word500. Yeah, that's essentially it. The game is a little bit confusing. There is practice mode here. I'm going to put obviously the link to the game in the description, but if you want to go to practice mode and try it out, you could do that. So we only have 1 yellow there. And then I'm going to go with a do here. And then we got 1. So from here, we don't necessarily know that that's going to be out, right? We don't, what if the O is the yellow one, and when the E came in, the E was the green one. So the O could be somewhere, or, right in this position. But what we do know is the A is out, because we did the A, it didn't move any, and it went from yellow to green. So the next word we're going to try is this, and that'll let us know if we have the E and O in there. And we might have that, okay? So that's pretty interesting. Could it be like stone? And it can't, because that O can't go there, and the N can't go there. So we need to put the letters in different positions than they were in the previous one. All right, so right off the bat, I'm seeing like honey, but we've got 4 from up top and not 3. But I'm going to send honey anyways. All right, so 2 are in the right spot and 1 is not. So if I had to guess, it looks like it's probably the E. And it could be the Y or the N. Could it be like women? Let's see if we get women. We did. That's the answer, women. Now it's going to go ahead and fill in the colors for us. And that was it. So as you remember when I said audio and then a do, but we didn't know necessarily, did we get, when we got rid of the O. Maybe the O was yellow. When we brought in the E was green. That's why we did the next letter or the next word of Fione. That's how I spell it or say it. And we went from there. So that's how you play Word 500. It is a tough game to play, a lot of practice. It's at word500.com. Again, I'll leave the link in the description. Don't forget to drop subscribe. We'll have more of these how-tos. But check it out. Let me know what you guys think of this game. It's very challenging, but definitely one you want to check out.